Happy Monday, everyone. Time for another live commentary. I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday season. I certainly have. It was very relaxing, but now I have time to make some more videos, so let's do this. 3, 2, 1, play. I'm playing right now because there will be a couple minutes of lag time before the fencing actually starts. So this is from the World Cup tournament that happened in Saint-Maur, France, a couple weeks ago. This bout is from the round of 8. It is between Francesca Palumbo on the left and Ueno on the right. I believe I've talked about both of these fencers before. I'm pretty sure I've only done one bout of Palumbo's. As an Italian, she's definitely up there, but I would put her kind of a tier below the top 3, Volpi, Errigo, and Di Francesca, right now at least. Ueno is an absolute wonderkind who came kind of out of juniors straight into Tokyo. Did very well. I think she made top 8 there. So she's definitely a rising star. Sparks will fly this bout. It'll be very close. I do apologize for the low quality of this video. Is it me, or have we kind of had a lacking of high quality foil footage since Tokyo? It does kind of seem that way to me. This video is only 480p. There will also be some commentary on it already, but it will be in French. I will just talk over it, and I will try to keep it well balanced with my voice, so you can hear both the blades and me without the French commentary being too loud or too quiet. So, again, round of... Oh, excuse me, did I say it was a round of 8? This is a round of 16 bout, actually, between Palumbo and Ueno. Now, Ueno, I'm pretty sure I've talked about her before from a technique standpoint. She fences beautifully. Like, everything she does is just so crisp and so clean and so correct. She's not that great in a scrap, though, and we kind of saw that in her bout with Lee Kiefer at Tokyo. Lee kind of was able to push the distance close and kind of win with some infighting situations, and overall just kind of out-scrap her. So Ueno does very well when the fencing is very clean. Oh, wow, that is loud from the commentary. Okay, let me turn this down. All right, so here we go. Palumbo on the left, being a lefty, Ueno on the right. Wonder what they're waiting for. Oh, that commentary is really loud. I'm gonna turn this way down. Hope I can still hear the blades. All right, so Ueno putting on a little bit of pressure. Palumbo just turned it around. So it looks like neither fencer is really willing to push too far in with their march just yet. There's Ueno on defense. Again, very clean, very correct with her blade out in front on defense. Oh, but misses as she steps in, though. That's probably going to be Palumbo's counterattack. I have the volume very low, so I might not be able to hear if there is blade contact. I apologize if I get any of those calls wrong. But one on the board for Palumbo. Accelerate is pretty fast. Ueno steps in with Preem. That is kind of her go-to for an opposite-handed opponent in the close-distance situation. It's a very clean touch. Sadly, that time, nothing came of it. All right, Ueno keeps marching. Palumbo turns it around, pushes. Let's see. Okay, so it looked like very, not really even a false counterattack there, just kind of a distance, kind of gush forward to set up the parry post for Ueno. All right, she keeps marching. Again, not really too committal here, and just, yeah, gives it up again. So it looks like she is trying to just score with this parry post, if I had to guess. There's a little bit of a point in line setup, but yeah. There's the parry post. Beautiful distance there, and this is trademark Ueno. She doesn't really like to move around too much while delivering the riposte. She just sets up the perfect distance beforehand and then just stands still to deliver it. It looks amazing. It's very hard to do in practice, though. So Palumbo does have a few options to deal with that idea. Probably the most natural would be to just go a little bit more withheld to prevent Ueno from picking up the blade there. Ueno's keeping the distance pretty much the same as it was before. Searching a little bit into it. Palumbo pulls the trigger. Still not really feeling it, though. Ueno puts on a bit more pressure, but if I had to guess, I'd imagine she... Oh, interesting. Okay, so she finishes a little more aggressively to try and set up a second intention counter post there. Just ended up being an off-target for Palumbo. Nice acceleration by Palumbo. That's going to be hers. Now, one thing that Ueno's not quite as good at, compared to other fencers of her level, is like the sudden twisty counterattack that you see a lot in women's foil. Ueno definitely favors parry post and breaking distance more than that counterattack. Okay, pushing. Oh, can't find the blade though. There's some kind of hesitating, lackluster infighting there, if I must be honest. And I did mention before, Ueno can have some trouble in close. So that is something to watch out for. If the distance favors her, she's all over it, but can break down a bit if her opponents collapse on her too quickly. Again, finishes a little bit out of distance that time, and Palumbo escapes. Starts back herself. Interesting march, kind of an 8 by Palumbo here. You don't see that too often from Italians. They tend to prefer 3. Final call is parry post from the left off target. Did look like that was the first one by Palumbo, so I'll believe it. Ueno starts really slow. A little bit of tempo changing in there, but gives it up. Palumbo has a chance to start now. Finishes long, and there's another attempted counterattack by Ueno, but off target from Palumbo is the attack. Again, another quick march. Ueno this time just gets away, and that's something that she's probably more used to doing. Beautiful finish there by Ueno. Oh my god, look at... I told you she's super clean and correct. That is, like, damn. That is so cool to see. Okay, a little bit more pressure from Ueno. I don't think she'll... Oh, wow, she still gets it. I was going to say, I don't think, even if she just finishes with the long lunge, Palumbo was able to escape from a previous one, but not that time. That's interesting. And now Palumbo's kind of hesitating with her march, although Ueno's just hit her twice with attacks, so I'd imagine she'd want to take it over and not give her a chance to. A little bit more acceleration here. What's Ueno going to do? Just starts. Alright, Palumbo kind of breaking out of distance here. She might try and recommit on one of these. Okay, just finds the blade instead and starts. And again, a little bit of acceleration there, but Ueno's able to escape. And it looks like we're almost to the end of this period already. That was very quick. Wow. Okay, so yeah, pretty much what I was expecting there. A lot of beautiful technique by Ueno. Once with the parry post standing still. A couple of very nice finishes to her attacks. Honestly, it's really on Palumbo now to... put on a little bit more pressure, I'd imagine. She's been accelerating very well, but hasn't really led to anything threatening a touch. Ueno's been able to escape very easily, and Palumbo hasn't really been holding onto her march as long as she could be. It's possible that she's trying to set up some sort of defense or counter offense, but with Ueno kind of switching over from her parry post idea early in the period to just finishing her attack later on, I'd imagine Palumbo would probably want to hold on to the march a little bit more just to prevent Ueno from being able to leverage that very strong attack. And I did mention as well, a couple things that Ueno can struggle with are the counterattack and just getting close in general. Palumbo, I'd imagine, knows that and will probably, at least if she's being smart, will probably try and look for those situations more opportunistically. Rather than just giving Ueno a bunch of space on the attack, maybe keeping the distance a little closer to start. Makes it harder to run away from Ueno's very beautiful finish, but if the distance gets too close, Ueno can really struggle. So we'll see what Palumbo has planned. Honestly, Ueno's kind of put all of her cards out on the table right now. Like, she's doing what she's very good at. Let's see what Palumbo's going to do. Ooh, actually very wide distance on defense now by Palumbo. That's interesting. Okay, takes it over. Ueno just keeping the blade out. Not really challenging the march, but just being annoying. Ueno keeps marching. And yeah, very wide distance from Palumbo here on defense. I wonder what she's planning. Like, that seems too wide to set up a counterattack. Okay, just finds the blade here. Ueno's kind of hesitant to really make up that distance, though. She's still going pretty slowly when she marches. Okay, Palumbo gives up the attack, so she's probably looking for something defensive here. I'm just really curious to see what it is. Oh, wow. Walks right into another blisteringly fast parry post by Ueno. So whatever she was planning did not work. The distance kind of crept up on her, though. I don't know if that was really what she was setting up. So let's see again. She might try the same thing. Again, fast acceleration. Holding onto the march. Eventually goes off target, breaking inside. That preem idea from Ueno, probably not appropriate for where Palumbo's blade was, honestly. If Palumbo's kind of marching an 8, preem doesn't really cover the line that she needs to. Alright. Ueno keeps marching. Few tempo changes there. Oh, no! Missed opportunity from Palumbo. Yeah, so the referee, that's a pretty important thing. So the referee says that wasn't just Ueno's attack all the way through. Palumbo had a chance there to take it over, as Ueno stopped and was searching a bit, but she just missed. That is really unfortunate, because again, that's a situation where normally Ueno struggles a bit. Just Palumbo not able to capitalize this time. Again, Ueno just extending a little bit into the march to set up a parry post running away. It's very typical for her. Now, Palumbo could go a little more withheld here. She's starting really slowly now. Interesting. Oh, I actually couldn't tell whose blade that was at the end there, but it's 2 off targets, so it doesn't really matter. That's an interesting idea. Going really slow, you might think, plays right into the fencer with the crisp technique, being Ueno, but maybe Palumbo knows something I don't. Accelerates faster this time, goes off target again. That time Ueno was kind of struggling to get away from it all the way. So she may have started a little bit too close. Again, same idea attempted by Palumbo, and you can see she's trying to finish really withheld there. Probably a good idea if Ueno's going to keep relying on her parry post on defense here. Also that time, Ueno did stop moving back pretty soon in the action. Okay, kind of same idea there from Palumbo, maybe a bit more of a remise, but... Okay. Yeah. So there's attack no, slow start from Ueno, Palumbo just keeps going forward fast, tries to break inside distance there. Again, it's a good idea, she's just missing all of these. So, like, it feels like Palumbo knows what she's looking for, she's just not able to execute quite yet. Same idea there, Ueno's kind of searching. I mean, her searches aren't that big, it's not really a huge window, but Palumbo knows it's there. More marching from Ueno. Palumbo staying a little closer on defense there. Did she find the blade? Referee says she did. Alright, that's fair. So 3-5. And Palumbo with the sock adjustment. Perhaps trying to extend the break a little bit and rub that in. Oh, is the referee looking at the slow motion? I didn't see a video review asked for from Ueno, but I wasn't really looking at her side of the screen. So it might be. I don't see this one overturning, though. It felt like attack from the left. Yep. Alright, so 3-5. Very slow second period, it must be said. Oh, nice! Great idea. Ueno with the slow start off the line, so Palumbo just goes super fast off the line, able to take over the attack, but again just missed, went off target. Point and line set up by Palumbo to take things over. Pushes really withheld. Again, can't quite find the finish, but in close. Oh, this time Ueno finds it. Interesting. I was going to say, because Ueno pretty much only uses Preem in that situation, so Palumbo might have been able to, like, anticipate that and do something fast. Oh, wow. I complimented Ueno's parry post there, but that was all Palumbo. That was great. Equally as good. Again, putting on a bit of pressure here. Finishing very withheld. Off target from Ueno before the distance can really collapse, so kind of lucky there. But I do feel like, even though it's not panned out that way so far, forcing infighting here from Palumbo is probably a smart move. Ueno marching very slowly, a little bit of a tempo change, and there's Palumbo again breaking way out of distance. I wonder what she's doing with that. We haven't really seen her use that yet. At least not the way she wanted to, I don't think. Oh, but again, it's so beautiful! Just finishing with nice, clean with a disengage right in there. Palumbo can do nothing standing still with the parry post attempt. That's so good! Oh my god. But again, it's not like it's not something Palumbo could have predicted. Again, not really able to find anything, even when the distance... That time, distance felt like it favored Palumbo. She was a little bit sharper to the target when the distance was collapsing. But didn't find any lights. Does feel like her blade work is kind of letting her down here. Not that time, though. I couldn't tell what the referee was saying. He might have said attack from the right is no. Felt kind of like it was Palumbo's, though. Wow, long finish by Palumbo this time, and Ueno can't escape. So that's another thing. Did kind of seem like it was swinging that way earlier, but if Palumbo goes really all out with her finish, Ueno hasn't been able to run away from it and open the distance enough to really get a parry post. So if she can't have the distance perfectly the way she wants it and do it stationary, looks like Palumbo has a few more options here. But the time is still running down in the second period. 3 seconds, and it looks like they're going to give this one up. Wow. Still very close. Palumbo's done a great job to pull things back, honestly. The bout was kind of getting away from her. And you could see what was happening. Previously, Ueno basically showed her strongest actions right away. Palumbo might know this opponent a bit, or maybe she just was able to intuit from the way the fencing was happening what Ueno's weaknesses were. And she was consistently seeing them and reacting the correct way, but just missing a bunch. But now when she stopped missing and just gotten a few lights, it's swinging back in her favor. So now it's going to be a bit tough for Ueno, I think, at this point, because Palumbo, now that she's able to reliably hit those actions, at least a few of them, Ueno's fencing is very beautiful and very clean, has a lot of advantages, but she's not that flexible when it comes to situations like this. She has a very deep repertoire of actions, but kind of tactically, the situations that Ueno is weak in, she's always going to be weak in them. And Palumbo can pretty reliably steer the bout to those situations. So at this point, it's honestly kind of Ueno's technique versus Palumbo's tactics. Can Palumbo create situations that don't benefit Ueno? And if she can't, Ueno will win just based on her superior technique. And if she can, then Palumbo will win by just not giving her the right action. And yeah, attack off the line right there. Again, Ueno tends to start pretty slow there, so easy touch. And now we're 7-7. Fast march again by Palumbo. This worked well before. Ueno steps in. Can't find the preem. That was probably remise from the left off target. Yeah. Ueno definitely didn't hit the first one there. Again, lots of pressure by Palumbo. Man. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this close distance action, this should favor Palumbo. Oh, that time Ueno tried to attack off the line, but missed. Very rare for her. She's normally very accurate with those long lunges. But Palumbo will take it, 8-7. Alright. Oh, wow. Yeah, parry post. So Ueno found the first parry post. Palumbo was a little too far away. She found the counter post, but Ueno hit with the remise there. Again, Ueno stepping in with the parry post here. I don't know. This is pretty dangerous for her. Long withheld attack by Palumbo, but that time Ueno can get away. If Palumbo goes withheld, Ueno can escape no problem. Oh. That's kind of unfortunate. It felt like both people stopped fencing. They thought they'd hit earlier, and then it was just Palumbo who reacted first after that. It's kind of unfortunate. Again, fast march by Palumbo, just finishes straight as Ueno tries again that stationary parry post idea. But now I think Palumbo kind of feels when that's coming. Again, fast march by Palumbo. What can Ueno do in this situation? She finds the blade and is able to start. That's good. A few tempo changes here by Ueno as before. Palumbo's staying a little closer on defense this time. Can Ueno find the parry post? Finds it? No! Again, this relentless pressure by Palumbo is really keeping Ueno in a box. She can't really set up those actions that she's really good at. So yeah, Ueno really has to change something up here. This is dicey for her. Alright, Palumbo keeping the pressure on. Very smart. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Again, huh. You know, I've said before, Ueno's pretty weak and close, but honestly, the times that she's done best against this very fast pressure by Palumbo is the times that she's stepped in safely. Like that. Oh, not like that, though. That time Palumbo was finishing too soon. So, can Ueno match this tempo, though, is the question. Let's see. Same idea. Palumbo goes off target, though. So yeah, Palumbo's found her solution. She's found her hammer to all of these nails that Ueno is presenting her, and is just going to keep hammering on it. Not that time, though. Ueno finds a beautiful, again, beautiful, excuse me, parry post and close. Kind of halfway between preem and behind the head, that line. Alright, more fast marching by Palumbo, but she misses this time, and Ueno picks one up. So now I might be eating my words here. It seems like the way forward for Ueno is actually to just crush distance really hard and then have her hand at the right place. Palumbo's going so fast with her feet that her hand can be a little bit late here. Just as a natural result of how fast she's going. Looks like... Is Palumbo replacing something? Oh, that's... So, if you're interested in sports psych, this is a pretty crucial time for Palumbo. Ueno's gotten a couple touches right back in succession. She's starting to mount a comeback. A little equipment thing here can really kill that momentum. So psychologically, a really nice time for something of Palumbo's to fail. Or for her to just switch weapons of her own volition. And they're able to set up a I guess you could call that a parry post. I couldn't tell what the blades were actually doing, but she stepped into distance on Ueno's march. Okay. Oh, again, beautiful parry post by Ueno, though. That time Palumbo was maybe a little bit too opportunistic, kind of falling right into Ueno's distance trap. But Ueno can't get away in time to find her own parry post, so 14-11. And now Palumbo just needs one. Ueno finds the blade. That's going to be her post, but misses. Referee calls halt for Korakor before any touch happens, though. So again, it looks like Ueno stepping in is kind of just a stopgap measure here to forestall Palumbo's relentless aggression. And let's not forget, this is the third period, so the time you see is all the time left in this bout. Although at the rate it's been going, this will probably be over long before then. Oh, again, beautiful by Ueno. I couldn't even tell if she found the blade there, or if she just made Palumbo fall short and then hit with a simple lunge. Either way, amazing touch. 12-14. So now it seems like Palumbo's idea is getting a little bit stale. She's been doing it so often that Ueno's been able to experiment a little and find possibly a solution here. There's Ueno's march again. Misses, though. Tries to follow Palumbo out when they both don't get a light, but Palumbo's able to escape and start herself. This time starting really slowly. That's probably going to be better for Ueno. Oh, nice. You could see that time that was, although it might still have been called as Palumbo's attack, that was Ueno who actually made her decision to finish for her by stepping into distance there. And Ueno finds a single off target. And now there's going to be an actual equipment thing for Palumbo, perhaps. Maybe the previous thing that she did was just to throw off Ueno's momentum, but that time I think she actually thought there was an issue with her weapon. So that's going to waste a little bit more time. I don't know who this benefits now, actually, because Ueno is still in the comeback situation, but seems like she's actually trying to slow the bout down a bit. So maybe this break will actually benefit her a bit. We'll see. 12-14. Still very little room for mistakes by Ueno, but at least in terms of technique, she's very unlikely to make a mistake. Oh, nice finish by Ueno. A little bit too long for the distance, if I'm honest. Palumbo did stop there, which maybe Ueno did not expect. Another long finish. Ueno can't find the riposte. Breaks inside distance. And yeah, this distance crushing is just a survival technique for Ueno now. I don't think she's, like, of course she would love to get a touch with that infighting situation, but its main purpose is to just stop Palumbo from being able to do that fast marching attack. Let's see what the ref says. That might have been Korakor to avoid a touch. I think there's a pretty good case for that. Yep. Yeah. So that is going to be a yellow card for Ueno, but I'm sure she'll take it. It's better than getting touched and then just losing the bout outright. So, unfortunately, though, she cannot do that again, as it will be a red card and lose the bout. And Palumbo finishes it with another fast attack right off the line. Okay, so Palumbo managing to overcome a top 8 Olympian. What's going on? Okay, yeah, so they put the score on. All right. Great bout there, honestly. You can see the strengths of both fencers. Ueno's just pristine technique on some of the situations. When she gets the situation she wants, she is pretty much unstoppable because her technique is just so good. But as you could see there, Palumbo kind of outthinking her, honestly, tactically, found the situations Ueno was weak and then just hammered them with those fast marching attacks that she knew Ueno couldn't really stand up to kind of reorient her tactical situation and then win the bout 15-12. Again, sorry for the poor quality. Sorry for the loud French commentary underneath mine. But yeah, I'm going to record a few more bouts from this tournament and release those over the next couple weeks. So until next time, stay sharp.